Hello everyone and welcome back to Hannah's Happy Home. In this video we're going to be making some DIY projects. The first one we're making is some DIY floating shelves for the kitchen, and then I'm going to show you how I make some DIY home decor using my Cricut Joy. You don't want to miss that, and then stay tuned until the end of the video. I'll be shopping my home for decor to decorate the floating shelves with, and I will show you the finished decorated floating shelves at the very end of the video. Enjoy! First shelf, like a cabinet looking.
I was thinking like put one here and put one like here.
Right.
Well, they're gonna look bulky. You gotta remember that. They're gonna be thick. If you want to, we could put one here, one there, but then your third one is gonna need to be up there.
Should I have them go flush all the way to the cabinet, or would you have them out? Okay, so we decided the shelves are going to be 8 inches wide and 32 inches long. Okay, now he's going to cut the 1x6 boards. The 1x6 board pieces is what goes on the sides and the front of your floating shelf. And here's all the plywood pieces that we cut. Just got these smaller pieces of plywood from Lowe's, and then we just cut them all to size. You're going to need 4 of those. We're building 2 floating shelves. I bought these boards for these floating shelves like 2 months ago, and some of these are really warped. They're going to cap the sides, they would come out 8 inches, right?
8 plus thickness of this.
So the longer pieces you're going to cut of your 1x6 for the front of your floating shelves, then you got to cut smaller pieces to go on the sides of your floating shelf. The first box is done, and now he's nailing together the second one over here. So your plywood piece, you want it to be short enough that you can have your side boards come in flush on either side, and then you just put your front board right on the front. Okay, we got both of the boxes done, and now we need to make the, what would you call it, anchor for the boxes basically. But we're gonna need some 2x4s, so we gotta go try to find some of those. They're either in the shed or over here beside the shed. We're going to use up some of these old 2x4s that we have because you're not gonna see them anyway. So how long are you making these ones?
29 3/4.
29 3/4. Do you want me to hold it?
Sure.
Okay, so we've got our 2x4s here, and he is drilling holes into them for the screws. Okay, so I've got my special walnut stain and I'm gonna rub this on here. I had to sand this plywood just a little bit because it was kind of rough and it wasn't really soaking up the stain. So he is screwing these into the wall, and this is what we're going to attach the floating shelf onto. These don't look too fancy. They look pretty janky, but you're not even...
Twisted really bad.
Yeah, I know. It was the only 2x4s that we had. If I would have known they were twisted so bad, I would have went and bought some more, but you're not going to be able to see them because the floating shelf is going on top. We're just hoping that the twisting is not going to affect anything. Okay, so we're gonna take a little break from making the shelves, and I want to make a little DIY sign to put on the shelves. And I'm going to use my cute little Cricut Joy to make the vinyl for the sign. And Cricut is sponsoring today's video, which I'm very grateful for. So before we print out the vinyl for the sign, I'm gonna go out and find a piece of wood that I can use. I'm probably gonna paint it, and then once it dries, we can put the vinyl on top of there. I'm digging through all of our scrap wood to see what we have here on hand to make this DIY project. I think this piece of wood is the only one that's as wide as I want. I just want a piece about like cut it there, but I want it to be this wide. We're just gonna have to get out the chop saw and cut a couple small pieces off of this. These little painting tripods that I got when I was painting the kitchen cabinets come in very handy for little projects like this when you want it to sit up. Okay, so now comes the fun part. We're gonna print out the vinyls for the boards that we just cut. We're gonna use the Cricut Joy. This thing is so much fun to use. You guys are gonna see. So first I'm gonna get on my laptop here and we're gonna pick out what vinyl that we want to print out. Okay, so now we're in the Cricut design space and I'm going to pick out an image for our vinyl. I just can't say enough good things about this Cricut. It's so much fun. It's quick and easy personalization in 15 minutes or less. There's so many images that you can choose from in the Cricut design space. I wanted something about Arizona, so I typed in Arizona up in the search bar, and here I was just scrolling through. I couldn't make up my mind on which one I wanted, but I finally decided on this one that says Arizona with the cactus. So I just pulled that into here and then I made it the size that I needed for the board and then went ahead and printed that out. Okay, so to make the vinyl for the board, I'm gonna be using the Cricut Joy and then the Cricut Smart Permanent Vinyl. And then you will also need some of the Cricut transfer tape, and then just these two little tools to get the vinyl off the paper and then to press it onto the transfer tape. Okay, so now that I picked which one I want, now it's time to print it out, and I'm going to use that Smart Permanent vinyl. Now you are just going to slide this into your Cricut machine. Okay, so it just got done, so it says over here on my computer that it's complete, and then I'm just gonna click unload. Now we just have to remove it and then put on the transfer tape. Okay, now I've cut off my piece of transfer tape, and I'm just gonna peel this off, and then I'm gonna place it as straight as you can. This is where this little tool comes in very handy. This is the third tool in the little kit, and you use this to press that transfer tape down onto your vinyl. Once that's all stuck on there, you'll pull off the transfer tape. Okay, we've got the whole thing on our vinyl. Now we can go and put this on our wood. Then I just kind of push the vinyl down onto the wood. There we go. Okay, so now let's go print out another vinyl for this piece of wood. Okay, so now we're getting the second Arizona vinyl cut out. And as you can see, there's no wire connecting this to my laptop. It's completely wireless. Okay, that one is all done. It didn't take very long because we didn't have to do a giant cactus this time. Okay, here they both are. They turned out so cute. This is literally the easiest DIY home decor that you could make. Just cut yourself a piece of board, sand the edges a little bit, paint it, and then just print out your vinyl on your Cricut Joy, and you've got some really cute little home decor pieces. And you can just set these on a shelf or a dresser. I'm gonna set one of these up on our shelves here in the kitchen. I love how these turned out. It's so much fun. This is like my new hobby. Everything in my house is gonna have vinyl stickers on it and labels. I also made some vinyl labels to put on my jars in the kitchen, which I'm gonna show you here. I would highly recommend the Cricut Joy. It's so much fun, easy to set up, and allows you to get up and running with projects quickly. You can use that Cricut design space on desktop and mobiles. You can also use Cricut Smart Materials with it, which I really love. They're different from other vinyl and paper. These materials are designed to work without a cutting mat, so there's less to buy and transport, makes it even easier. You're going to be able to make so many different things with this Cricut Joy: decals, cupcake toppers, cards, gift tags, school projects, t-shirts. If you guys want to try out the Cricut Joy, I will have the link down below. You guys can go and check out all of the information. I highly recommend it. Now I'm going to show you guys what these shelves look like in the daylight. Jalen did an awesome job on them as usual. Anything that he does, he always does an amazing job on. But unfortunately, when I bought this wood, I bought it like 2 months ago, thinking that I was gonna build those shelves 2 months ago. Well, we didn't get to it until 2 months later. So the wood just sat out in the storage room and it kind of got warped a little bit. We weren't able to glue the fronts on the shelves like we wanted to. Preferably, you would want to wood glue the front of the shelf on, and then you would clamp it and just let that sit until it dries. That way you get more of that clean, flush look. But he ended up having to just use the nailer on all of the shelves just so that he could nail them all straight because they were warped. So if you're going to make these floating shelves, we would highly recommend buying the wood the same week that you're going to do the project. That way it doesn't sit for a long time and end up warping. This morning I'm going to decorate these shelves a little bit, and I'm just going to shop my home this morning, use what I have on hand. I do want to buy some new stuff for these shelves eventually, just some items that will match kind of the vibe that we're going for in this house a little bit better. But for now I'm just going to use what I have on hand. I'm going to use the cute little decor pieces that I made with my Cricut Joy. What I do when I'm shopping my home, or if I'm bringing in decorations that I'm going to decorate with, I'm going to bring them all to one spot. So I'm going to stack them all right here on the countertop, and then we will just start decorating the shelves with what we have gathered from around the house. to say this real quick before we started decorating because it was bothering me a little bit. I know that these shelves are not centered in between the cabinet and the door, and we just centered them with the countertop. This is going to be a window, and then there's going to be curtains sticking out this far, like almost all the way to the edge of the countertop. So it's gonna look better once this is a window and there's curtains hanging down. Here's everything that I compiled that I could decorate with up there. I've got some of my dishes here. I'm gonna transplant this plant into this pot because I think this will look a little bit better. I'm trying to decide which of these signs that I made with my Cricut Joy I want to put up here. Okay, so here's how the shelves look decorated, and this just makes me really excited to have this a window, have my curtains hanging over here, have all of our bar stools here. Out of all of that decor that I compiled, these were the only items that really felt right up here. Like I said, I will just add to these shelves over time as I shop for new pieces, but I love the ones that I have up here right now. I ended up using both of the Arizona signs that I made with the Cricut Joy. I just love them so much, I couldn't just pick one to put up here, so I ended up just putting up both. I've got a couple of my little dishes there. I transplanted that plant into this pot, which I love this pot so much more than the other one. I like the black design on it. But yeah, I love how they're looking, and I'm excited to continue decorating this space and finish it. So that is going to be it for this little DIY video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it and that it gave you some inspiration to do some fun DIY projects around your house, whether it's building some DIY floating shelves or making some DIY home decor. I honestly had so much fun making these little home decor pieces and the vinyls for the jars with my Cricut Joy. I think that I found my new hobby. I absolutely love making stuff with that Cricut Joy. And if you guys want to go check out the Cricut Joy, the link will be down below in the description box. It is so much fun to make stuff with. I know that you guys are going to love it. And also, of course, a big thank you again to Cricut for sponsoring today's DIY video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in a couple days with a brand new video. Stay tuned. We're going to be working on lots of house projects in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned, be sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you in a couple days.